Take a journey with me to compare the Greek hero Odysseus to the Roman hero Aeneas. Or you could say an Odyssey. Okay, that was supposed to be punny. Anyways, moving on. What you are seeing here is a very elaborate drawing of the Trojan War by me. No, just kidding. This is actually a famous painting by the Austrian painter Franz von Mach in 1892. The Trojan War was an all-out battle between the early Greeks and the people of Troy in western Anatolia, dating back to the 12th or 13th century BCE. Our primary sources of this war come from two of the most famous epic writers in ancient history, Homer and Virgil. Homer writes his epics, the Iliad and the Odyssey, circa 8th century BCE, when Greece undergoes a renaissance. Virgil's epic, the Aeneid, was written sometime between 31 and 19 BC, up until his death. How are these two epics and their heroes written centuries apart similar? Well, actually, they have a lot in common. The most obvious being, they are both on a journey home. Odysseus is returning home to Ithaca from the Trojan War after 20 years to kill all the horny suitors that ravaged his home and courted his wife. Aeneas loses the war, only to establish one of the greatest ancient civilizations in history. Who really is the winner here? Both Aeneas and Odysseus are torn between what they need to do and what they want to do. Aeneas would like to be with the Queen of Carthage, Dido. However, he understands he must follow the gods' plan for him. Odysseus wants to return to Ithaca, but gets sidetracked along the way by women and big evil one-eyed monsters. While they are both on a journey home, the two handle their situations differently. Let's take a deeper look at the Greek hero Odysseus. In Book 9, the man-eating Cyclops traps Odysseus and his men in his cave. Luckily, clever Odysseus finds a way out but had to boast about his success. Fleeing the cave, he reveals his identity to the Cyclops. Tell them Odysseus destroyed your eye. Polyphemus retaliates by throwing a rock at his ship and cursing him. In Book 10, Odysseus and his men land on Circe's island. Odysseus' crewmates get turned into pigs by the sorceress, and by the power of the gods, Odysseus is able to escape her spell and has Circe return his men into human form. However, these men stay there for 1 whole year, feasting on sweet wine and large supplies of meat. A long time for someone that turned your crew into swine. Next up, we have Calypso, a sea nymph that has hard eyes for Odysseus. She is introduced as holding Odysseus captive in Book 1. So you're telling me, while Odysseus was on the island for 7 whole years, making love to a beautiful sea goddess, he was thinking about his wife Penelope? Seems a little questionable to me. Now let's take a closer look at our Roman hero Aeneas. Packing up their belongings after being kicked out of Troy, Aeneas and his men sail to Carthage and were welcomed by Queen Dido. Aeneas and Dido fall in love and unite their peoples together under one kingdom. But after a revealing message from Hermes, Aeneas knows he must obey the god's plan and leave to find the city of Rome. Dido is heartbroken and commits suicide for her lost lover. How do these heroes differ? They differ in their sense of duty. Aeneas introduces himself with the words, "I am pious Aeneas," which translated into English means, mindful of one's duties, to the gods, his family, and his country. Aeneas is devoted to his family, as you can see in this heart-wrenching scene of his family escaping Troy with his father on his shoulders and holding his son by the hand. Odysseus, on the other hand, is not necessarily driven by any sense of duty, as it takes him 10 whole years to get home. Last but not least, we come to the hero's journey to the underworld. Odysseus visits in order to consult the prophet Tiresias and learn his fate. Aeneas is advised by his father, and Aeneas' sense of duty bids him to obey. They both see many figures in the underworld. Aeneas even sees Dido, who now turns a cold shoulder to him. But the most significant people he sees is the Julian family, including the one and only Augustus Caesar, who Anchises refers to as son of a god. Thanks for watching. Comment down below who you think the greater hero is.